Hello there, it's Trunk here, and welcome to part 2 of a short series where we try to find out which Eeveelution is the best in Gen 1. Last time we were here, we checked out the electrical beast known as Jolteon, and my god was it a beast. It absolutely blew through most of Kanto. This time, I'm going to use a hot rock to turn Eevee into a Flareon, and we'll see how that one does. As we mentioned before, all Eeveelutions have the same base stats apart from one. For Jolteon, it was speed, but this time it's attack. Honestly, I think this might be the worst stat boost of the three. I mean, let's look at what moves Flareon gets. To start with, it's Tackle, Quick Attack, Ember, and Sand Attack. From leveling, I'm not really that interested in any of the normal moves, so that's the attack stat completely disregarded. In fact, we don't have much from leveling that I like the look of apart from Flamethrower, and that's at level 54. It's going to be a great move to have, but it just comes so late. Moving on to the TM moves, and there's not really that much to be excited about there either. Body Slam is the only normal move I care about at all. For other types of moves, Fire Blast is a possibility, but when we have access to Flamethrower with its 95 base power and 100% accuracy, I'm not sure that I'm really that interested in an 85% accuracy move with only 5 power points. And another thing to be really concerned about that wasn't a problem with Jolteon is that we don't have much type coverage. It's pretty much just normal and fire. Before we start, here are the rules. First up, I can only use one Pokemon in battles, and that will be Flareon. I can catch other Pokemon for HMs, but I won't be able to use them in battle. Lastly, no items in battle. I replaced Charmander with Flareon because, well, obviously. Drippy is super easy to take out, which doesn't surprise me at all. And then we go on our typical starting journey. Get Oak's parcel from Viridian, bring it back to him, get a Pokedex, then head to Pewter City through Viridian Forest. I'm honestly not too concerned about Brock. Unlike Jolteon, we have a special move that works against him. That move, unfortunately, is Ember, and his Pokemon resist that. Still, their special's rubbish, so it shouldn't be completely awful. The first time we fight him, we're at level 6, which I'm sure is way too low. But let's just see what happens here. We go for Sand Attack strats on Geodude, then start chipping away with our Ember. We eventually get through it, only having taken one hit, and we level up twice to level 8 for Onix. Unfortunately, because we're at such a low level, we are quite a bit slower than Onix and have to hope that we don't attack when it uses Bide. After a bunch of sand attacks, we can start attacking, but due to the speed issue, we end up getting taken down by Bide. To win this fight, we either need to get lucky or outspeed, and I'd rather outspeed. We go out leveling, and the next time that we face Onix, we're at level 9, but we're still too slow and things go badly. Level 10 is the same and we don't succeed. We get to level 12 and we still don't outspeed, but we do get lucky. Onix bides at the start, which is when I use sand attacks, and then proceeds to never use bide again. We just keep hitting with embers and then we're sorted. Not really the way I wanted to do things, but whatever, I'll take it. Oh, and look at that on the side there. I'll be showing you what level Jolteon was for each stage, just for the sake of comparison. Though it might not work out too well if we do follow a different order. After we make it through Mount Moon, I decide there's just no point in giving Misty a go, so we head straight for Drippy. We're at level 17, so his Pokemon are at a higher level than us. Pidgeotto hits us with a few quick attacks as we go for Embers. One thing to note is that our base special is only slightly lower than our base attack, so Stab is probably doing more damage here, and I think you can see that when we hit it with a quick attack. After we get through Abra, we face Rattata and smack it with a couple of quick attacks. We're at 26 HP for Squirtle, which means that bubbles are kinda scary, so I kick off with some sand attacks. After hitting us with a couple of tackles, it really struggles to hit us much, and eventually we just end up taking it out with quick attacks. Yeah, you can probably see here, it was a pretty good thing we didn't go for Misty. And I'm just going to completely skip her, I'm not even going to try, we're going to go straight for the SS Anne. Of course, we pick up Body Slam so I can get some good use out of that high attack, and then face Drippy again. By the time we get to him, we're at level 24, and Pidgeotto goes down to a single Body Slam. Then the same happens to Raticate, and then to Kadabra. Wartortle breaks the streak and takes 2 Body Slams to take down. And that's it. We're finished. This makes me feel a lot more confident about Misty, so we head back over to Cerulean. We outspeed Staryu and take it out in a single Body Slam. I'm a little bit concerned about Starmie, and my fears are realised when it outspeeds me and hits me with a water gun. Then my fears are completely set aside when I crit with a body slam and it goes down in one hit. Well, alright then, I suppose. I thought this was going to be a tad more painful, but it went way better than I could have ever expected. This part of the game was the first big hurdle that I was concerned about, so I'm really happy to have got through it. Now I can leave this behind and move on to what will probably be a fairly easy run for a bit. I skip Lieutenant Surge and head straight for Lavender through the rock tunnel. Drippy's hanging around for his usual beating, so let's oblige. Pidgeotto isn't much of a concern and goes down in 2 hits. The little fire dog gets smacked with a body slam and then we're on to Execute. Ember is deployed and it's done in 1. We're 10 levels higher than Kadabra, easily outspeed and easily destroy it with a body slam. Last up is Wartortle, which would be scary, but water gun's not doing too much. We smack it a couple of times and we're done. Well, that went pretty darn well. Well, it's off to Erika now, who I expect to be quite simple, though her Pokemon are quite bulky. I test out Ember on Victory Bell, which I don't think will do loads, and it doesn't. Then we get wrapped for a bit, and it's a bit annoying, but we eventually get out of it and see what Body Slam will do. It crits, and so I don't get to see which move is more powerful in this situation. Ah well. On to Tangela. Body Slam does good damage, and then it holds us up with Bind. But once we're free, we hit it with another Body Slam, and we're on to Vileplume. Vileplume can actually be quite dangerous, but Body Slams hit it hard, and we're done. Yeah, you'd expect a fire Pokemon to use more fire moves on Erika, but with something like Body Slam and our high attack, it's definitely more effective this way. So yeah, let's go slamming all day long. Now, I know we could go to the Rocket Hideout now, but I want to sort out Lieutenant Surge first. Giovanni could cause us some minor issues, I'm sure, so let's get a bit more experience. Oh, and yeah, seems like I didn't heal. Oh god. Not like it matters. I mean, Voltorb is body slammed and it's gone. Pikachu, body slam, gone. Raichu is... oh bugger, it hit first. Oh man, we just hold on. Just hold on after being hit with a crit. And we take it down with 1 body slam. Well, damn, that was closer than I thought it would be. Yeah, Hubris has started sneaking into this run as well. We're gonna have to be a lot more careful going forwards. And okay, sure, we're going into this next fight having taken a bit of damage, but it's fine, it's just Giovanni. Onyx is poor special, so we kick off with Ember and it misses Rock Throw. So we get another Ember in and it takes it down. Rhyhorn nearly falls to a single Ember, but holds on and Horn attacks us, but it does very little and we finish it off. Last up is Kangaskhan, and we go for body slams. After 2, we're done, and that's Giovanni sorted. I think we're at a decent enough level for the next portion of the game, so hopefully we shouldn't struggle too much. We grab the Sylph Scope, re-edify Cubone's mum, rescue Mr. Fuji, get the Poker Flute, then tell Snorlax to bugger off back to the mountains and make our way to Koga's gym. Yeah, this time I'm not stopping off in Saffron. I just really think that we're not going to go too well against Drippy just yet. Now, you'll see that we're actually around about the level of Koga's Pokemon, so do you know what? This might not actually go too well. We'll give it a go. It might be fine. Oh, well, Body Slam does loads to coughing, and Koga uses an X item, so we get through that easily. Muck comes out, we hit it with a Body Slam, but it doesn't do too much. It then poisons us, but we respond with a crit before finishing it off with a quick attack. Yeah, alright, I did say I was going to be more careful going forwards, but I still entered this fight without healing, so I don't have too many body slams left. Still, I'll use them on this next coughing because it's just easier to sort out that way. Okay, now let's see what we can do against wheezing. Well, body slam doesn't do much, but it does paralyze it. Unfortunately, Sludge does a ton of damage. I try out Ember to see if it will help us get through it quickly, but it really won't. But then Koga just keeps using X attacks and we win. Wait, what? That was such an easy win for him. Why'd he just let us have it? I don't know what to say. Koga can be a real idiot, I swear. Now, despite that going pretty well, I'm not so sure about our next stop. Sylph Company. I'm actually worried. Earlier when I said I was at a high enough level, I'm actually not sure. I don't think we've got this. Drippy will have Blastoise, and we really don't have much that will be useful against it. Everyone else he has, I'm actually not that concerned about, just the Blastoise, and yeah, it's pretty much how I expected. Pidgeot is fine, it hits us a couple of times, but it's not so bad. The little fire dog isn't a one-hit KO, so I'm not loving that, but it does nothing to us. I have an opportunity to take Bite, but it's not better than Body Slam, so I skip it. Execute isn't a one-hit Ember, and it gets a Leech Seed on us before we take it down. God, I'd really love to have a good fire move right now. It kind of sucks that there's no, like, middling fire move in Gen 1. Anyway, Alakazam outspeeds us and hits us with a Psybeam, but one Body Slam gets rid of it. We're at Blastoise with 54 HP, and I figure the best hope is to just go for Sand Attacks, but it doesn't work out and Water Gun takes us down. Yeah, that wasn't great. We try again and get to Blastoise with less health. It's no use, we're taken down, and that's that. I take the hint and level up a bit. We get to Blastoise with a lot more health this time. Blastoise just then uses Withdraw a bunch, and we Body Slam it. Eventually it does decide to hit us with Water Gun, which does a decent amount of damage, but by the time it's done that, it only takes one more hit, and it's gone. Alright, it wasn't so bad, but it was still pretty bad. Thankfully, we didn't need to do a huge amount of leveling to get through that. And, well, we've got Giovanni next, and I don't expect him to be much of a problem. He should actually be quite easy to get through. Nidorino falls to a single Body Slam, then Kangaskhan takes two. Rhyhorn comes out, and I paralyze it with a Body Slam. As nice as that is, I definitely think I should have gone for Embers instead, which is what I do for the rest of the fight, and we get to Nidoqueen without Rhyhorn hurting us. All Nidoqueen can do is scratch us, so after a few Body Slams, we've got through Giovanni. I have to say, Sylph Company wasn't as bad as I thought it could be, but it still wasn't great. I have no idea how Sabrina's gonna go. Kadabra comes out and hits us with Psychic, and oh god, it hurts! Well, thankfully Body Slam takes it down, but I feel pretty bad about the rest of the fight. I'm actually kind of shocked we managed to get through Mr. Mime, but there we go. We could take Fire Spin, but I don't think it's worth it. I'm not sure we'll actually ever use it. Venomoth comes out and we go for Body Slam, which takes out a lot of its health, but it responds with a nasty Psybeam. After taking it down, we're met with Alakazam, and it goes pretty much the way you'd expect. Alright, let's fight her friends a bit, and then we'll come back to her. Kadabra tries to recover, so we take it down in one Body Slam before it can hurt us. Mr. Mime comes out, and we crit Body Slam it away. Venomoth is able to get a Psybeam off, but it's fine, and we go into Alakazam with 115 HP, which should hopefully be enough so long as we don't get hit with a crit Psychic, and then we take it out in one hit. Well, it hits us with Psybeam, and we're down to 75 HP. Then we go for Body Slam and take it out in one hit. Oh, come on! Well, good thing we still have Quick Attack. Well, there we go. God, I'm really not looking forward to the Elite Four. I think we're gonna have to level up quite a bit to get through them. Well, to help with that, when we get to Cinnabar, I go through Blaine's gym and fight everyone. I don't care about quizzes, it's just killing, 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 and more killing. Once we've made our way through the whole gym, we get to Blaine at level 47. The little fire dog gets hit with a crit Body Slam, and then we're immediately on to Ponyta. I remember with Jolteon, we didn't manage to take this out straight away, but we have more attack with Flareon, so it's alright and it goes down to one hit. Rapidash outspeeds us, hits us with a growl, so I expect Body Slam won't take it down, but we crit and then we're through to the big fire dog. We get in a Body Slam, but it doesn't do much, and then it hits us with a rather nasty crit takedown. I reckon we've lost this. The next Body Slam looks good, and then it just roars at us for some reason. We Body Slam again, and it just holds on, and then it roars again. So we win. We shouldn't have won this. This is getting silly. Well, surely Giovanni's gonna be difficult, right? We're really not in a good spot for him. Let's see what happens. We start off with Body Slams against Rhyhorn, but it seems like actually we probably would have been better off using Sand Attacks, so I'll go for that instead. After we're done with that, we go for Embers and take it down only having lost a small bit of HP. We Quick Attack Dugtrio and then it digs. When it hits, we're taken all the way down to 24 HP and I'm quite worried. After a Quick Attack defeats it, we're onto Nidoqueen and she does nothing. Our first Body Slam paralyzes it, Giovanni uses a Guard Spec, the second turn it is fully paralyzed, and then we finish it off. Well, alright then. I imagine we don't stand a chance against Nidoking. Body Slam does over half its health in damage, which is good. And then it uses Horn Attack on us, and we just about survive with 1 HP. Alright, well, we take down this guy, but surely Rhydon will destroy us, right? All it needs to do is hit us once. So why does it keep using Fissure? Giovanni, you idiot! The win is right there. Just hit me. Hit me, you moron! Oh, god damn it. Why do we keep winning? What is going on? This isn't right at all. I don't know what's happening here. Will Drippy do something? Will he manage to defeat us? Or are we just gonna luck through that fight as well? Well, Pidgeot takes 2 hits to go down, having hit us a couple of times. I go for a couple of sand attacks on Rhyhorn and then start hitting it with Embers. By the time we get to the little fire dog, we're down to 79 HP. But there's no change in that because we get rid of it and then go to execute. We hit that with a couple of body slams and still we don't lose any HP. Alakazam then just comes along and starts reflecting at us, so we take that down in a couple of hits. It's happening again, isn't it? We're lucking our way through all of this. Is this it? Is this just the lucky run? Oh, for God's sake, why is this happening? Oh, yeah, here we go. We're hit with Hydro Pump and we have been defeated. Yes, we've lost a battle. Oh, man, I don't think I've ever been this happy to lose a battle, but we've deserved to lose for so long now and we just kept winning. Well, the next time we battle Drippy, we lose as well, so this is great because now I have to rethink things. I can't just luck my way through it, I have to try. You might notice I've not actually learned Fire Blast yet. It's because I think Flamethrower will do the job pretty well once we get it, and I don't think we'd ever have to use Fire Blast otherwise. But maybe I should give it a go here. Turns out, it misses, and I get knocked out. But yeah, this is the reason why I didn't take Fire Blast. I go off, level up a bit, but then we start failing against Alakazam, which wasn't the problem before. After going for Fire Blast again, we finally managed to get through Blastoise, and we are ready to take on the Elite Four. Then I realised something. You know how I usually just eat some rare candies before going into the Elite Four? Why didn't I just do that here? If I wanted Flamethrower so badly, I could have just, well, got it. Which is what I do now. And sometimes I wish my brain worked. Well, let's just get into the Elite Four before my brain collapses further. I really don't think this is going to go well, but we'll see if I'm just a pessimist. We start the fight against Lorelei at level 60. Actually, before we get into this, let's just rewind slightly. Why is Lorelei on the floor? Does anyone know? Is it because it's icy in here? Did she slip over? Lorelei, are you alright? Anyway, Dugong comes out and we body slam it. Another hit should take it out, but before that, it hits us with an Aurora Beam, which doesn't hurt too badly. Next up comes Cloyster, and it has some water attack, so I go for Sand Attack to stop it from hitting us. This works, and a Flamethrower and a Body Slam takes it down. Slowbro has Water Gun, which could hurt us a bunch throughout the fight, so we go in with Flamethrowers. It hits us with just one Water Gun, and we're through it with minimal damage taken. Jinx is weak to fire, so Flamethrower takes it out in one hit. Lapras comes along, and a Hydro Pump would destroy us, so Sand Attacks are deployed, and after the fourth one, it hits us, and we go all the way down to 8 HP. I count myself lucky, again, and decide to go for the kill, and we finish it off after 3 body slams. Alright, not as bad as I thought it would be. That said, I fear that we're gonna need to do this again, and yeah, it might be tricky next time. Bruno, however, I'm not at all concerned about. Flamethrower should do some really good work. Onix won, and Flamethrower wrecks it. Hitmonchan gets the Flamethrower, and it's gone. Hitmonlee gets the Flamethrower, and it's gone. Onix, Flamethrower, gone. Machamp, Flamethrower, and it survives. Well, one more flamethrower and we're done. Bruno, mate, what are you doing here? How are you ever considered elite? Well, now we move on to Agatha, and, well, it's Agatha. This will probably go one of two ways. Terribly or brilliantly. Let's see which way this goes. Well, Gengar outspeeds us, and Flamethrower is pretty strong against it. Before we can take it down, it hits us with a Nightshade, and we're through to Golbat. Flamethrower doesn't defeat it, and it hits us with a Wing Attack. Then we hit it again. Haunter also takes 2 Flamethrowers, but it does hit us with a Nightshade. Well, I feel like without a miracle, we are screwed. We get through Arbok easily, no damage taken, but a Flamethrower on Gengar suggests we'll need to hit it a few times to take it down. Unless, of course, it goes for constant Dream Eaters. We're done. And we're done. Alright, well, there's something in this run, but I feel like we're gonna need some levels. We go through to Agatha next time, but we just have a super bad time and we don't get through her. Okay, let's do some leveling, and the next time we get to Agatha, we are still met with sadness. Let's level up some more. More sadness. Okay, let's go for another leveling run. I mean, maybe I could use Mimic instead, or maybe could have kept Fire Blast, but I don't think it really matters. It's Agatha. She's just a pain in the ass. If we can get more killy with the attacks we have, the better we can do. Which says that maybe Fire Blast was the way to go and we shouldn't have got rid of it, but whatever. Right, so after some more leveling, we're at level 66 when we start the run. Lorelei is easily dealt with by hitting her Pokemon with constant flamethrowers. Pretty simple. I'm not even going to show Bruno, he's just worthless, so let's go to Agatha. Unlike the previous runs, we actually outspeed Gengar, so that's a good start. 2 flamethrowers and it's gone. Golbat is almost defeated with a single flamethrower, and then it confuses us, which is no good at all. Thankfully, the following Body Slam goes through without confusion. When Haunter comes along, we snap out of confusion and manage to take it out without being hit thanks to a silly super potion. Arbok is destroyed with a single flamethrower, and we're looking really good going into the last Gengar. We don't outspeed, but Flamethrower is doing a ton of damage, and I think we've won. Yeah, we've done it. Well, thank God for that, finally. Well, we got there in the end, but I'm not sure about Lance. He opens with Gyarados, and that will hurt us a lot. We're gonna end up back at the start again, aren't we? Well, I guess we've just gotta see what we can do. Well, I go for a Body Slam, and it does some nice damage. And it paralyzes. And it's paralyzed. And we beat Gyarados. What? This shouldn't be happening. What is going on with this run? Why does this keep happening for us? Well, Dragonair's next, and Body Slam isn't quite doing it, but it uses agility and we use a quick attack to finish it. Against the next Dragonair, we hit it with a Body Slam that doesn't take it out, and then Lance fully heals it with a Hyper Potion. Well, I guess we're gonna have to use 2 more Body Slams, so we go with that, and... Wait, what? 1 Body Slam this time. It was a range? What is happening? Well, Aerodactyl comes out next, and I don't think I've really got anything good against it. I think Flamethrower's the way to go, because that's stabby. Hyper Beam takes out a ton of our health, and Flamethrower does over half its health. Thankfully, it has to spend some time recharging because of the Hyper Beam, and we take it out with 1 last Flamethrower. Well, next up comes Dragonite, and I'm not going to mess around. No Sand Attack setup, just Body Slams. Body Slam does some good damage, and then it misses us with the Slam. Another Body Slam almost takes it down, but then Lance uses a Hyper Potion. 1 more, and then it finally manages to hit us with a Slam. I think we can maybe survive 1 more, but if we're hit with something like a Hyper Beam, we're screwed. Well, all we can do is Body Slam, and yeah, this time it crits, and we're through to the champion. God, this is just so lucky. I don't think this is consistent at all, but I'll take it, I guess. Hopefully we don't have to do any of this again. We're about to enter this final fight at level 69, which might seem quite nice, but when we consider that Jolteon at this stage was actually at level 60, it's not great. Flareon has definitely been lagging behind. I mean, hell, Ponyta got to this point at level 70. If Flareon can't get through here, then that's just embarrassing. Well, here we go. We start against Pidgeot and hit it with a flamethrower. It does a ton of damage, but doesn't quite do enough to take it out. Thankfully, it just uses Whirlwind on us, so we quick attack and it is gone. Next up is Alakazam, which outspeeds us and hits us with Psychic, but it's not actually doing too much. As long as I have well over 100 HP by the time we get to Blastoise, I reckon we'll be alright. You know, just in case Hydro Pump hits or something like that. Flareon has good attack, so a Body Slam takes Alakazam down in one hit. Rhydon comes along next, and we go for Flamethrower, which is doing well over half its health in damage. It misses a Tail Whip, so we flame it again, and we're through without taking any damage. Next up is the big Fire Dog, and we smack it with a Body Slam. It then roars, because why wouldn't it just sit there roaring? And we finish it off with a second Body Slam. Egg Tree now, and Flamethrower nearly takes it out. I pray it doesn't put us to sleep, and thankfully it goes for Barrage, which doesn't do too much, but health is starting to become a bit of a concern. Still, out come the flames, and we're on to Blastoise. I think I might be able to survive one Hydro Pump, and that's probably it. I could go for Sand Attacks, but I figure it just makes sense to go all-out attack and get this over with. Flamethrower hits, and I think we might have to hit it 4 times to win. Well, that's if we survive this Hydro Pump, and... oh, yep, there we go. 14 HP left. I was right to be concerned. Well, we just need to get this over with ASAP. Flamethrower again, and hey, actually, this might only be 3 hits overall. We just need to pray this isn't a Hydro Pump, or if it is, then it misses. And it withdraws! Yes, of course, because that's effective against fire. Of course, thank you, Gen 1, I love you. Well, that's it. It's over. We did it. Flareon is through, and on our first attempts against both Lance and the champion. Well, that wasn't quite as simple as it was for Jolteon. A quicker start and a fairly lucky mid to late game period, but the post-Gym Badge run was painful. I do wonder whether it was worth keeping Fire Blast around, but I didn't like the idea of having to rely on a lower accuracy move when Flamethrower's really quite decent. I think I should have kept it around though. Maybe Mimic could have helped us, but yeah, I don't think that was too much of a factor. Still, I feel like I needed a lot of luck to get through all of this. The Elite Four run just didn't feel consistent at all. I think Flareon's moveset just isn't varied enough for any form of consistency, and its base stats don't benefit it at all. If we look at a ranking, I think it's only fair to put Flareon below Jolteon. Jolteon had a couple of bumps in the road, sure, but it far outperformed Flareon and utterly dominated the Elite Four. Maybe if Flareon had a bit more type coverage, it could have been better, but it didn't, so it's not. But is Flareon the worst of the 3? Is Jolteon the best of the 3? Well, we'll find out next time when we use our last rock and find out once and for all which Eeveelution is the best in Gen 1. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe for more. After the next video, I plan on doing things a bit differently going forwards. We're not just going to be doing these Gen 1 solo runs. We're going to be doing some other challenges as well, so I'm looking forward to working through those. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.